Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com. Well, the Indian markets are in a huge bear territory. Yes, in fact, if you see yesterday, the budget was kind of very good. In fact, we could see the market actually taking it positively and started going up, except for fall in insurance stocks because naturally, they have actually the in the budget have cut down on the returns in insurance because they are going to tax insurance returns on maturity if it is above 5 lakhs. So that is something which actually brought entire insurance companies on a fall. But then everything else was looking good. We could see the bank nifty, in fact SBI and PSU banks actually were going up really well. Everything turned turtle after the news came in from Credit Suisse that said that they are not going to accept any more Adani bonds for any collateral. Now, Credit Suisse is a bank and they are already a sinking ship kind of thing, a situation because they have been reporting huge losses of late. And at this kind of situation, if they are stopping a risky decision, it is kind of good for them. But then, as soon as this news started floating around, we could see the Adani stocks falling free. In fact, it was like a mayhem in Adani stocks. We could see Adani Enterprises going down by almost 35% in the day. From there, recovering slightly and closing down by 28%. So that is something which led the entire stock market down along with it. But then, as we have discussed earlier, 17,400 acted as a very important support. It took support there and started rising up. So this was something which was already not looking good. And there was a panic in the market, but then what created more panic was something that happened later on in the day after closing of the market. Yes, yesterday night there was a news that broke from the Adani group that they are going to return all the money that was collected during the FPO because the stock has fallen so much. Yes, if you remember, the FPO was subscribed at almost 3,100 plus, whereas if you look at the market price today, it's close to 2,000 rupees. So naturally, if the fall continues this way, the investors who had invested are going to face a big problem because they will be directly seeing a big negative in their portfolio. So that is something they say, Adani Group comes out and says that morally they feel this is not right. And that is the reason they are going to return all the money back to the investors. So all this sounds good, morally. But then if you look at the market, how would the market take this? So first thing, if Adani FPO was not subscribed, it would have been a big negative to the company. People have lost confidence on them. Now, it has got subscribed and now they are returning back the money. So here, there could be multiple reasons behind it. One could be that, if they are returning the money back, they probably want to be safe because all those people who have actually subscribed are generally, if you remember, it was not the retailers. It was more of the HNIs, ultra HNIs and institutions who have subscribed to the FPO. And this must be definitely, probably because of, the relationship that they share with Adani. And, if I were in the position, if I had invested in Adani Group at this kind of level, what would I do? Let me just come to that. So now I'm seeing huge, risk in the market. The first thing I would do is probably hedge my positions by shorting a future or an option of the same company. Now, when I start shorting the futures or options, again, that will bring the market down. That is first thing. Second thing, as soon as I get the allotment, I can take the delivery of the stocks and close my short position. This is what I can do to safeguard my investment, isn't it? Now, if I am not, or this is one way, or second thing I can think of is whatever shares I get, book my losses and exit the stock. Now, since it is HNIs who are holding it, they might be having like 500 crore, 1000 crore kind of big amount of stock. And if they start offloading it into the market, what could happen? The crash would be even more severe. So that is one thing that can actually, again, take the big toll on the company's reputation. So that was one thing that probably they are avoiding. I'm not sure. But however, this is my feeling. And again, another thing that could happen is, this way, while, FPO is cancelled and if the money is being returned, at least that kind of fall can be kind of averted. Probably that is one thing that I am seeing. Now, how the market look at it is a very important thing here. Because first of all, it's a 20,000 crore FPO, which is one of the country's largest FPO. and it was fully subscribed and money is being returned. And this was done purposely because, of course, it was a good thing, but a good decision for the company to actually go for FPO, because we know we've been reading out a lot of news about how leveraged Adani Group is. More than 2,000% is what the last report said. So with such kind of leverage, this bunch of fund actually coming in would have actually helped them de-leverage, reduce the leverage, so that would actually make the company more stable. But it is a situation right now where they have to, let go of the FPO money, and they don't, and their leverage continues, and the stocks are falling. Now, what will happen in the situation is, see, there are a lot of places where the Adani Group has actually pledged the stocks and taken the fund. So when the stock value keeps reducing, then there are chances the banks can also take the stocks and sell it off in the market, because it will be a risk on them as well. So that's why we could see, banks also being sold yesterday. Yesterday, banks were also punished. We could see SBI, falling big, almost 10% in the day. That was like very huge. So a lot of people also fear that banks may be exposed too much to Adani, and that could actually bring the value down. So these are the fears why banks also were down yesterday. So like we said, quick recap, yesterday it was first the insurance companies started falling after budget announcement. Banking stocks and Adani stocks together started falling after the credit issues announcement. So with all these things, there is a kind of mayhem and pressure in the Indian market right now. Now, holding the Indian market for a while, let us just go back to quickly the US market. What happened in the US market? So US market, as we had discussed, it was expected to be a non-event. A 25 basis point hike was expected, and that is exactly what happened. So, market started cheering that, and we could see Nasdaq and Dow, which had fallen down, actually started rising up. In fact, Nasdaq was up almost 4% from the day's low and closed very well in the green. So that means US markets are looking really good. And after the US markets closed, the Facebook came out with results, and the results were much better than expectations. And the aftermarket trading of Facebook actually has taken Facebook up by almost 20%. Now, all that is going to give more cheer to the US market, and definitely the Dow futures are also trading in the green this morning. So things are looking good across the globe, and that is when, again, if you look at SGX Nifty is trading in the red. Yes, so almost for 60 points down from the levels is one thing that's seen. We could expect almost a 50 to 100 point gap down opening today in the market, or even more, could not say, because that's how the Indian markets have been reacting. They have not been actually reacting as per SGX Nifty of late. So these are all the concerns right now. So what should we do today, or what can we expect today? This is the big question. Of course, the major focus will be on Adani Group, how the market is going to take it. So, this is, of course, the first time probably, as I recall, that a company worth 20,000 crores FPO is being returned back. Now, what can happen in this situation? So that is something that needs to be seen. Will the market take this positive, or will the market take it negative? If it is taken as negative, there are chances that the Adani Group shares can be punished more, and if that happens, we could see some major crash in the Indian market. So if that is the case, what should be done? That is one thing we'll discuss. The next important thing to discuss is if market takes us as positive, because the company is going to return the money back. That is one thing, and probably or they can use this help. I mean, these people who came out to help Adani at this point of time probably use this fund to kind of stabilize the market in the company. But will they do it? Is a big question. And a third thing that we need to look at is, has the market already factored this in with the big fall yesterday of almost 28%? So these are factors which are going to take care of what is going to happen today. But one thing I'm going to definitely tell you is the first 15 minutes is going to be complete mayhem until the market settles. And worst part of it today is the weekly expiry as well. So all this put together, the volatility is going to be really huge. It is going to be really difficult to trade in the market. So if you're a trader, I would definitely recommend to stay away from the market. And if you're having positions, that's something that you need to manage in this kind of situation to kind of reduce your losses and come out of it. And you just look at, exiting out of the market as soon as possible. So that is something that I would recommend at this point of time. Now for an investor, what should be done? The first thing that we need to do as an investor, this is something that we've been always waiting for. That is a good fall. So whenever there's a good fall, is an opportunity to invest into good stocks. So again, good stocks makes a difference. So ensure that you are having a list ready of good stocks that you want to invest in. Go on a SIP mode of investment for the next couple of weeks, because that is going to yield some real good returns over a long period of time. So, get ready to start investing. That is one, and get ready to stop trading at least for some time until things are clear on the market. So these are things that I would like to say. Of course, things have gone a little longer, but I had to discuss all these things which are really important, and that's exactly why I had to take this podcast a little longer. So I hope all of you love the content that we share. Do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and if you have any questions, you can always put it in the chat box or in the comment section as well. For MPA community members, those who are trading, we'll have a special session at 8:40 a.m. Wherein we'll discuss on how to handle things in this kind of situation. So that is something that we're going to do now. So all the best to all of you who are looking to trade in this kind of situation, and of course, all the best to all the investors. This is a great time to start investing and get going. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off until we catch up tomorrow with all the details on what's happening in the market today and what is expected in the market in the upcoming days. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. Goodbye. Have a great day.